It's Manchester United's first trophy in 6 years. It's the EFL Cup, beating Newcastle 2-0. Both goals just 6 minutes apart. And Rashford looks like he's going to score every time he has a shot. We're going to have a chat about the game. And obviously, of course, Manchester United. And I think the big thing for them, they're still in all the competitions. You know, they're still in the Premier League, Europa League, FA Cup, and now they've obviously won the EFL. They would, if they managed to beat West Ham, pretty easy. But if they managed to beat West Ham on Wednesday, it's only really them and Manchester City that look like the sort of favourites to win the FA Cup, and they could be able to come back and win the Premier League because they have played Arsenal and Man City twice, and I don't see any other teams below them that would manage to beat them at the moment in the form they're in. Ten Hag's really changed it around, obviously with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Hold on, I didn't say that right. With Ole, they were losing like 4-1 I think to Watford and all those, 4-0 to Liverpool, and now they're probably on the best form of their life. Rashford's brilliant, and Casemiro, what a signing he was. He got a goal today, and he's maybe debatably one of the best midfielders in the league right now, or in the world even. I mean, it's the Europa League as well that they're in. That it's really them and Arsenal, I think, that are the two favourites to win that, because Arsenal, I don't know, Arsenal could beat them. I think the final will be between them two, and I don't see, in the form both teams are in, I don't see Arsenal beating them over, maybe in extra time, but no, I'd see Manchester United winning that, and maybe the FA Cup. So they could get 2 or 3 trophies this season, which would be very good considering they've not won one in 6 years. And they have games every 3.5 days now, I think. They had Barcelona on Thursday. Obviously today the EFL Cup final. On Wednesday they have West Ham, and then on Sunday they have Liverpool. So they're all crowded together. Although it's either that you need to rest your players. I think that's what they do against West Ham, because I think West Ham would do that as well. We'll talk about that on the West Ham Forest game. And I think they could, in the FA Cup, go all the way. It's only really them and City that are the two dangerous teams in it. I mean, Arsenal got knocked out, I think, by City, obviously. So they could win that. If it comes to Man City, it'll depend whether it's home or away, I think. Whoever's at home will win. But it's tight schedule, and it could mean 2 things. It could mean either the players would get tired and it wouldn't work, or there's or you sort of get the form of the players brilliantly, because you don't have a break from your form, so you're always good. Although that looks unlikely. I mean, West Ham last season, every time we had a Europa League game, we would never ever win on that Sunday after. So that wasn't very good. But we'll talk more about the West Ham thing on the West Ham Forest one. But Man United won the EFL Cup, and Ten Hag and Man United looking to win more. They could be in for the Premier League. Don't think they will. I think the highest they can finish is second. I think it is between Arsenal and Man City. For the Premier League, unless they bottle it, I'd see Arsenal bottling it. I wouldn't know about City. but we'll see what happens. Newcastle, though, I think they were second best. I mean, they did have a few chances which looked promising, but never really seemed to do much damage to Man United, especially their back four, which are looking good. Martinez, Varane, 2 World Cup winners in the last 3 World Cups. I think Luke Shaw or Malacia, and Wan-Bissaka has really started to actually play well. He's being, it must be the coaching, he must be coached a bit better, but he's playing a lot better now. Although Newcastle, that isn't, I mean, you can't, I never really thought they'd win that game especially against Man U in the form they're in. But they've still got the top 4 race, and there's still that to get done, and now they can fully focus on the Premier League, which could be a good thing for them. So, yeah, and I think it's only to get better for Newcastle. So it's not a huge blow to their form because they're doing so well in the Premier League, but we'll see what happens. Man U have Liverpool next. It's at Anfield. I do still think Man United will win that, especially with Liverpool's form drawing to Crystal Palace. But yeah, thank you for watching. Tune in when we'll talk about West Ham Forest and Leeds, Southampton, and the Battle of the Bridge, Tottenham Hotspur, Chelsea. Tune in for them. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.